Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, holiday parties call for festive makeup. Here to share some easy ways to give your everyday look a glam boost, we welcome back makeup artist and esthetician Meghan Hamilton and her model Alex James. Good to have you both with us again.
So good for having us.
So let's talk about ways that we can, as you like to say, zhuzh up.
Zhuzh it up.
Yeah. So you've got a few things. Yeah.
Yeah, so a really easy way is to take your bronzer.
Bronzer is big.
Yep, but use your bronzer as your eyeshadow color too. So we're tying looks together.
Oh.
So I can just take this as my transition shade right here. So this is never the star of the show, but it's kind of what sets everything else up to look pretty and blended. And we're just going right in the crease, right along her orbital bone there. And I start out here because wherever you deposit your brush first is going to put the most color.
Yeah.
And then we're going to buff that in. And then I can take the bronzer, same color, and just start to give a little life back to this flat face.
They were joking earlier about how flat her face was, and I thought, what does that mean?
That's weird.
I have no idea. And it's all about using the bronzer to kind of give it
Just
depth, right?
Yep, a little life, a little depth, some cheekbones, we love it all.
Yeah.
But then it just ties the colors together. It's super easy, it's one product.
That looks
multi-purpose.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then a really easy way, as we're on the eyes, is to just sparkle it up a little.
You love the sparkle.
know.
Well, it is holidays.
It's so easy.
Yeah, sparkle's
Especially-
great for the holidays.
Especially an applicator like this, like you're not dirtying up a brush. It
Right.
takes 2 seconds. You can keep it more in the corner if you feel like your eyes are a little crepey and you don't want to accentuate that.
Yeah.
But then we just kind of, I take my finger right on top and bounce it so you can move the sparkle around so we don't have any harsh lines. But it's so easy. It takes 2 seconds and
That's
it just
really
looks like
pretty.
extra special, you know?
Yeah, that's really pretty.
We love
Look at
it.
you, Alex, sparkling
So
away.
pretty.
Yeah.
And then when we're, doing sparkle and kind of the extra stuff, we want to make sure
Okay.
everything's balanced. So brows are super important. I know I talk about brows all the time, but you can't do like a fun, festive look and ignore your brows. It just looks incomplete. So especially the tail is where I'm going to take a lot of that color. And then you want to use this spoolie end and just buff things out so that you don't have any harsh lines.
Okay. So I know that brows are oftentimes, the trends come and go.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the trend now? Is it what Alex has here?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's our preferred brow at
Yeah.
Glam. Like, that's what we try to give people. I have noticed that people are, like, they're talking about going too thin with brows again, and I'm super not into that.
Yeah.
So this is a public service announcement. Leave them alone. Let us do the work, please.
Hard to come back from.
It's hard to
Yeah.
come back. Actually, that's how Alex and I met. I put her through brow rehab. She
did.
had over.
Are you serious?
That's how our love story began.
That's how our love story started. Was
Yeah.
Al's brows were too thin.
Yeah.
And I was
Really?
like, buddy,
you came in and you had like she had really
she'd
thin
overdone
brows.
it. Mhm.
Oh.
And I was like,
Very
don't touch them.
Yeah. And do people still pluck them or shave them or?
Yeah, I think you can over tweeze is what happens. You get like, especially if you're doing it at home and you can kind of just get so focused on one
Yeah.
area and then you overdo it. So we always just say, leave them alone, we'll do it.
Okay.
Come on and you can lay down and take a little 10-minute nap and
Yeah,
we'll
gotcha.
zhuzh them up. And then even a tint too is really fun. Like Al will put in just a little color in there so it
Yeah.
just enhances them naturally and you don't have to worry about filling them in every day.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, as a redhead, I have to get mine
Yes.
colored in. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
You know the importance.
Yeah, so the eyebrows and then lipstick, right?
Yes, so I'm gonna have Alex show you. A lot of people are intimidated by red,
Yeah.
and that's a really fun festive holiday time. So I'm gonna have Alex start with more of a berry on the outside of her lip, and that way it creates an anchor, it gives shape to the lip,
Yeah.
but it's not so scary as like bright red can feel. And then we're gonna take a red and kind of put it on the inside, so you still get that special holiday moment, but it doesn't feel so overwhelming, like it's not all red.
I wonder about age. If like a young person like Alex can do it, but
Yeah, I think sticking in a berry tone like this, I would just do maybe the whole lip in the berry rather than adding this red if you feel like you're older and that doesn't feel like the right move for you. If your lips are small, I will say red can do the opposite of what we want it to do.
oh,
so
to make them look even smaller.
yeah,
Oh, that looks great.
It just accentuates things kind of in a not great way if your lips are smaller. So I would say stick to a more neutral palette.
Okay.
Something like the lip color you have on is perfect. It's
Oh,
really pretty.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I look for affirmation from Meghan. Absolutely. Like,
I'm
do I
here to
have
give
it
it.
right? Yeah, thank you. By the way, speaking of affirmation, your grandfather is a big AM Northwest fan, right?
is.
And it's his birthday today?
It is.
Yeah, so it's Lynn Molander. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
So happy
Grandpa.
birthday, Lynn. Happy birthday. All right, now we have lashes to go to.
Yeah, so Alex got a lash lift recently, so no, that's where it's like a perm for the
No way,
lashes.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so they stick up like this all the time. It just looks like you did that little, the little
Yeah.
eyelash crimper, but
Yeah.
it's like this all the time. So this is really nice because then you just buff up your mascara and that gives it a little bit more volume.
Okay.
But her lashes look extra special. But I love a lash like this. So this one's really easy because it has not a thick band. So that's what we want to look for, is a band that's really flexible and doesn't have like, you don't want to see a harsh black line. You want it to
Right.
look and move around. And then the way
Right.
that I put lashes
Okay.
on at home is you want the mirror kind of underneath you.
Okay.
Take it and then we go right in here. So put it there, and then that is that angle that keeps your eye open enough
Yeah.
that you're putting the lash on and it's not like crimped up,
Oh, okay. So which one, is this something that sticks to your eyelid on its own, or do you need
You want to
glue
put
with this?
glue. Yeah, you want to do glue. And you want to make sure you let the glue get tacky. So we'll put the glue on here and then we shake it out for like a minute.
Yeah.
And then you can go in. I have lash extensions on, so it's not going to be
As
as
dramatic.
impactful
Right,
now,
gotcha,
but
gotcha.
if you go like this
Right.
and then put it on like that and wiggle from there, that's typically a better angle to
Okay.
do it. Because putting on lashes at home can be hard.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that we say practice 100 times, and then the 101st time you nailed it. Before that, it's a struggle.
Yeah,
So
I
it
still-
really is.
I still
Until
have
you
that
get it,
struggle.
yeah.
And I will say that angle of a mirror is terrible.
Yeah.
That's
Just everyone's most flattering angle, right
that
down here.
is the worst. If you've ever actually done that on your cell phone, oh,
Especially the magnifying.
oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Just really
All right,
lower
well, you
your
look
self-esteem.
gorgeous.
Thank
look
you.
absolutely
And then
gorgeous.
I'll just do a little blush too,
Okay.
just
Oh, yeah.
so we can complete this
Yeah.
moment. Thank you. So pretty.
Yeah.
Blush, you always got to finish with blush.
Okay.
When people don't like blush, I'm like, you got to change your mind.
Okay.
Sorry about it.
Those are all great tips, Alex. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest